Hello, folks. This is Rudy Blanchard from Regatta Research and Money Management with October 2014 Educational Economic Update. In this month's video, we'll be discussing a couple of the economic events that occurred last month and give you some insight as to what they may mean for you as an investor. Please stay tuned at the end for a required disclosure statement. October was a jittery month for the financial markets. Though the U.S. economy continues to do quite well, despite slowing growth in Europe and Asia, most signs point to accelerating economic growth in the United States. Now let's lift up the hood and take a look at what happened last month. Investors got their first look at the third quarter economic growth and found that the gross domestic product grew at a whopping 3.5% for the 3-month period ending in September, which beat economists' expectations by a wide margin. Though GDP growth decelerated from its 4.6% pace in the second quarter, it was the fourth quarter out of the last 5 that the economy has grown more than 3.5%. Let's keep in mind that this is only the first GDP growth estimate, and it will be revised sooner or later. However, at least one major player felt good enough about economic growth to make some policy changes. The Federal Reserve announced the end of its groundbreaking quantitative easing programs, meaning that since the end of October, the Fed will no longer purchase new bonds to support the economy. Basically, the Fed feels good enough about the economy to take off the training wheels. However, they will hang on to the $4.5 trillion in bonds for a while longer, in case the economy needs a bit more help. Now, digging a little deeper into the news, analysts are reading a bit of a hawkish tone to the Fed's announcements, which means that there's a risk that interest rates will rise sooner than later. Because the Fed feels optimistic that the country's economy is looking very good, some analysts think that rate hikes might come as early as the spring of 2015. Either way, we're confident that the Fed will look closely at all the data available before making any big decisions. Now, consumers are also feeling great about their economic prospects. Consumer confidence surged in October to the highest level we've seen since October of 2007. Overall, Americans are feeling much better about their job prospects or their ability to qualify for better jobs and raises. This is great news for consumer spending and the economy going into the holiday shopping season. Third quarter earnings season kicked off in October, and now that we have more than half of the S&P 500 companies' reports in, we have a pretty good idea of how companies did last quarter. Overall, earnings are quite decent, and U.S. companies continue to do basically pretty well. For the 300 companies that we know about, total earnings are up 6.5% from the same period last year. Even better, revenue is up 5.1% as compared to a 4-quarter average of 3.5%. This means that demand is coming back, and U.S. firms can hopefully look forward to a better revenue picture in the upcoming months. Now, going forward, investors will be looking carefully at earnings data and growth prospects for the rest of the year. Although third quarter earnings are looking decent, analysts are now seeking guidance about fourth quarter earnings. Though the domestic growth picture is looking rosy, many firms are worried about how the slow global growth will affect their sales. With the recent strength of the U.S. dollar against foreign currencies, the worry is that exports will fall as they become more expensive to foreign buyers. As always, we will keep you informed. That's it for our October 2014 Educational Economic Update. Here's some upcoming events that we'd like you to know about. November 13th from 6:30 to 9 is our wine tasting event at French Market Bistro on Highland Road in Baton Rouge. We are in the process of planning our events for 2015. So sometimes later this month, go to our website at www.regattaresearch.com, click on events, and you will see what we have planned for you in the upcoming year. Once again, this is Rudy Blanchard with Regatta Research and Money Management signing off for the month of October 2014. If you have any questions about what you've heard in this update or would like to discuss your personal financial situation, please give us a call at 504-831-4636. We'd be happy to talk to you. While we believe the information in this report is reliable, we cannot guarantee its accuracy. Opinions expressed are subject to change without notice and are not intended as investment advice or a solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security. Please consult your financial professional before making any investment decisions. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon.